Your plant can look completely healthy. Green leaves, new growth, no yellowing. And still, it might already be dying. That's exactly what happened to me. My ZZ'd raven was growing beautifully, even in winter. New green shoots were coming out. Everything looked perfect. And within a few days, the new growth started collapsing. By the time I checked the roots, the damage was already done. Today I'm going to show you how root rot really starts, how to catch it early, how to fix it properly, and the one stage where saving your plant becomes almost impossible. Stay till the end, because most people only discover root rot when it's too late. I didn't think I overwatered my ZZ. I was careful. It was under a grow light indoors, but airflow wasn't great. After watering, the soil stayed moist longer than I realized, and ZZ plants store water in their rhizomes, those thick bulb-like structures underground. When I removed it from the pot, the base of the stem was soft. The rhizome had turned mushy, and I had already lost most of the fresh green growth. That's when I understood something important. Root rot doesn't happen because you're careless. It happens because conditions change. Less airflow, slower drying soil, seasonal shifts, and the plant suffocates quietly. Root rot isn't just too much water, it's oxygen deprivation. Roots need air. When soil stays wet too long, oxygen disappears. Fungi and bacteria take over, and the roots begin to decay. Healthy roots are firm, light-colored, odorless. Rotten roots are dark, soft, slimy, and often smell sour. But here's what makes it dangerous. You won't see it at first. Before my ZZ collapsed, it showed subtle signs. Growth slowed. The soil stayed wet longer. Stems felt slightly weaker. One lower leaf began yellowing. Nothing dramatic. And that's why I ignored it. Most people wait for dramatic yellow leaves. But sometimes leaves don't show any sign of yellowing, and stem is already rotten. Like happened with my ZZ raven. But by then, the roots are already compromised. Here's where most plant parents make it worse. When a plant droops, they water it again. And if the roots are already suffocating, that extra watering accelerates the infection. Overwatering doesn't kill instantly, it slowly suffocates. That's why root rot feels like a betrayal. Everything looks fine until it isn't. If you suspect root rot, don't guess. Remove the plant gently, shake off soil, and inspect the roots. They are healthy if white or beige, firm, flexible, and rotten if brown or black, mushy, break easily, smell bad. If the base of the stem or bulb feels soft, that's advanced stage. That's exactly what happened with my ZZ, and I had to act fast. Here's what I did, and what you should do. Cut off every soft, infected part. Sterilize tools. Removed all rotten roots. Let healthy parts air dry for a few hours. Then I repotted in fresh, well-draining mix. I also moved it to a space with better airflow. And this is important. I did not water immediately. Waiting 2 to 3 days after repotting can stop reinfection. That one step saved what was left of my plant. Now here's the stage nobody talks about. If the entire root crown turns black, if the stem base collapses, if the rhizome is mushy inside, saving becomes extremely difficult. And this is where propagation becomes your only option. For propagating a dying plant, cut above the rot. Save the healthy top and start fresh. Sometimes the smartest way to save a plant is to let go of the damaged base. After this experience, I changed a few things. Better airflow, less frequent watering, checking deeper soil dryness, more draining soil mix, adjusting watering seasonally. And remember this, most indoor plants don't die from neglect. They die from love. Too much water, too much attention, too much care. If your plant has yellow leaves but you're not sure whether it's root rot or just watering confusion, watch my next video on overwatering versus underwatering, because catching the difference early is the difference between saving your plant and losing it silently.